Welcome to another edition of Tax File. I am your host, Laure Bala Hassan. Let's run a quick highlight on today's show. We start with the latest news, followed by a Vox Pop segment, where we hit the streets to get your opinions. Next, we move to the Dino segment, then to What's on the Net, where we attempt to answer some of the questions you have dropped on our social media handles. And finally, we'll wrap up with professional insights. Let's get started. And now the news. Members of the House of Representatives have carried out an oversight visit to the Federal Inland Revenue Service FIRS permanent headquarters in Abuja. The visit aimed to assess the agency's operations, performance, and challenges in managing Nigeria's tax system. Joyce Deku reports.
During the visit, FIRS officials provided detailed briefings on key initiatives, including efforts to boost tax collection, combat tax evasion, and enhance the revenue mobilization. Lawmakers were also given a tour of the FIRS facilities and updated on various ongoing projects to modernize the tax administration system.
Just a brief introduction to the project. We have ground plus 16 floors, and of course we have the upper roof level where we have our services and the rest of them. This building, as I say, ultra modern, but I won't use that word. I think it's a very contemporary office building that has been able to cater for all of the needs of the client.
And then we're also looking at sustainability and everything that makes up the office these days. We have an auditorium that can sit over 1,000 persons. We have boardrooms on every, meeting rooms on every floor. We have various departments. But the way it is these days with architectural design, offices, spaces, and all of that, is such that we also make it flexible, so that as FIRS grows, the office is also very organic and can accommodate everyone and its function.
We have 14 lifts in this place, 4 at the car park, 10 in the building itself. We understand the criticality of this vertical transportation system in a building like this, where you have thousands of people coming to work every day. What we have done carefully to ensure that there's no outage is the UPS system that we have on the lift. This is to global standard. Up to the 16th floor, there's provision for people with special needs.
The visit underscores the legislative's commitment to ensuring transparency, accountability, and efficiency in Nigeria's tax system, while supporting the FIRS in its mission to increase national revenue.
We are here to see how far you have utilized the money that we approved. Do you understand? We will take a look at the second floor and see what it is. We commend the CUCC for how far we have gone.
Thank you, the chairman. Thank you, engineers, for your explanation.
By the time we are done, our conversations will not be too out. So for us, we go into the panel for the office of CEO. By the time it's powered, you can just close it like this at the press of a button. Yeah.
We went to the temporary building, which is where they are using now, and we met, of course, your directors and everybody. Why we have taken time to come on oversight is to allow him to fully settle. And we have seen the evidences everywhere that he has fully settled. Work is very, very smooth. And we could see on the faces of staff that they were happy. And so we decided to come and see the proposed permanent site, which is a 16-floor building. We've seen the progress so far. The building was started in 2011, and to God be the glory, it will be completed. And we expect that when that is done, and the tax law, which is the revenue, Nigerian Revenue Service is passed, it will be launched in this building.
The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has partnered with the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, to improve Nigeria's tax collection and fiscal management. The collaboration aims to enhance FIRS capacity in areas such as tax administration, policy development, and digital transformation. Aisha Abdulkader reports.
As part of the partnership, the IMF will provide technical assistance to help strengthen tax compliance, streamline revenue processes, and ensure greater transparency within the tax system. The initiative is designed to support Nigerians' efforts to boost domestic revenue generation and improve its overall fiscal health.
It's my great honor and privilege to welcome you all to day one of this important engagement and workshop with the theme Strengthening Management Strategic Framework. Let me begin by thanking the IMF team led by Ms. Princess Scott for agreeing to provide the service with technical support to strengthen strategy management, strategy formulation, and medium-term planning within FIRS.
This workshop on strengthening strategic management framework is a technical assistance from IMF to assist FIRS develop its medium-term strategic plan for the year 2025 to 2028, particularly as our vision is to be the world's most efficient and trusted revenue service.
The IMF support for FIRS is from three sources so far. It's from the Global Public Finance Partnership Fund, which is managed by Head Office and co-managed by myself, and also the Managing Natural Resources Fund, that is for oil and gas department of the FIRS. But then there is also the Africa Quest, which is our technical assistance center based in Ghana. This center has been providing support to the IMF for quite some time now, and it will continue into the future providing that support.
This partnership is seen as a key step towards modernizing the country's tax infrastructure and driving sustainable economic growth.
Primarily in week one, which is this first week here, we're going to be kicking off the workshop with, of course, just assessing the environment that we're operating in. So we're going to be having some key deliverables this first week on the environmental scan, having a better appreciation of the work from the FIRS, looking so much at the medium-term plan that is culminating now to see if we can do a strategic assessment to evaluate that plan. And certainly we want to as well this week just begin to have some high-level discussions with some key groups, the Ministry of Finance, certainly, the Chamber of Commerce, some key private sector stakeholders as well. Week 2 of the mission, the scope of the objectives, we want to now look at the multi-year specialized plans that is good practice for the FIRS or any tax administration. So sitting below your 4-year medium-term plan, we're going to be supporting the build-out of all the next level multi-tier or multi-level plans. We certainly want to just have continuation of the cascading of those key initiatives, strategic initiatives into your new divisional and functional level plans as they are going to be owned. Certainly we want to look at what is the monitoring and evaluation framework as a good practice that is going to be recommended under consultative framework with yourselves under the FIRS. And certainly we would close out with just looking at objective and key results methodology as to how we healthily monitor and of course ensure that we're assessing the milestones and the progress of the work that you and your team will be doing going forward?
I think it's a lot of opportunities for us to collaborate, and we've seen the work you've done in the past. So we're very excited that coming together to form a strategic plan that we can then all follow, and to be very focused on the output from those plans are very important.
Over the years, the collaboration and partnership between FIRS and IMF has been productive and beneficial. The results can be appreciated through the various changes that are usually implemented in the service following your capacity building interventions and visits.
The Federal Inland Revenue Service has hosted a workshop for the Medium Taxpayers Group to enhance tax compliance and understanding of regulatory frameworks. The workshop, attended by business leaders and tax professionals, focused on improving tax reporting, documentation, and overall adherence to Nigeria's tax laws. Joyce Deku reports.
During the event, FIRS officials introduced new tax policies, digital tools, and streamlined processes to help businesses meet their tax obligations more efficiently. Participants also engaged in discussions on challenges and best practices for improving tax compliance and revenue generation. This workshop is part of FIRS' ongoing efforts to strengthen collaborations with the private sector and improve tax compliance across Nigeria's medium-sized enterprises.
It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to this high-level workshop aimed at strengthening our collaboration and empowering key stakeholders for effective tax remittance and reporting. I want to begin by expressing my sincere appreciation to all the Accountant General and Director of Finance for taking time to participate in this important meeting. Your presence here today is a testament to your commitment to our shared mandate of mobilizing revenue for prosperity of our nation. As you are aware, the Federal Land Revenue Service is tasked with the crucial responsibility of assessing, collecting, and accounting for revenue accruable to Federation. However, we cannot achieve these mandates without your effective collaboration and support, whether by virtue of legal authority or through our direct engagement. You, as Accountant Generals, serve as a vital agent of government, ensuring that taxes are collected and remitted in timely and effective manner. We are all agents of same government, united by one vision to ramp up revenue for the growth and development of Nigeria and by extension for the benefit of its citizens. It is no longer news that our nation is facing economic challenges, but as a government, it is imperative that we look inward and increase our internally generated revenue. However, this does not necessarily mean increasing tax rates. Instead, we must focus on blocking the leakages and ensuring full compliance with the existing tax law, a task that I believe we can achieve together. Your role as Accountant General is critical in this regard. You are responsible for ensuring that VAT is charged and remitted, that stamp duties are paid on contracts, and that withholding tax elements in contracts are properly withheld and remitted. This is not just tax assigned to you by law, but by responsibility that are central to the sources of our collective mandate. We trust that whenever we call upon you, we can count on your continued support and cooperation. The government has also made efforts to simplify the tax remittance process, particularly through the centralized payment system, where Accountant Generals handle payments on behalf of government. This has been instrumental in ensuring swift remittance of taxes, such as withholding tax and stamp duty. It is important to emphasize what Federal Land Revenue Service has achieved through the integration technology, improved process, and capacity building for our people. These advancements have not only enhanced tax compliance, but have also positioned us to meet our ambitious target of 18% tax to GDP ratio by 2026. This collaboration, particularly with key stakeholders like yourself, is critical to our success in achieving this goal. Let us use this workshop as an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment to this shared objective. Personally, I believe by working together, we can create a more efficient, transparent, and effective tax administration system that supports the economic growth of our great nation. Finally, if there is anything that has been demonstrated by sovereign or subnational that has made remarkable strides in tax compliance, is that they are very intentional towards collaboration and establishment of a support system that encourage compliance across all tax categories. Once again, I thank you for your continued dedication, and I look forward to productive discussion throughout this workshop. Thank you and welcome again.
In a significant move to enhance tax compliance and revenue generation, the Federal Inland Revenue Service has partnered with the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, and the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, to launch the Tax Inspectors Without Borders, TIWB program. Joyce Teku reports.
This initiative aims to strengthen the capacity of local tax authorities through the deployment of experienced tax experts. These experts will assist in areas such as auditing, risk management, and investigation, improving the overall effectiveness of tax systems in Nigeria. The program is part of a broader effort to increase domestic revenue and support sustainable economic growth. It also underscores the importance of international collaboration in promoting tax transparency and advancing the global development agenda. This partnership is expected to provide Nigeria with the expertise necessary to enhance its tax administration and provide fiscal stability.
This program, which is in line with the two core mandates of ATAP, which are to improve the capacity of African tax administration to achieve their revenue objectives and to develop and support partnership between African countries and development partners. It is also an agreement with the UNDP Tax for SDG, which focuses on assisting countries raise tax revenue necessary for achieving the strategic development goals. So these, the human capital development goals focus mainly on the performance management, productivity management, training and learning development, and gender skill equality development. So the Federal Inland Revenue rides on three major strategic pillars, which is the people, technology, and process. Therefore, the need to develop its people, along with the other pillars, can never be overemphasized. It is on this basis that the service has made concerted effort at managing the performance, productivity, and training of its people, the staff members, so that they can achieve and develop and deliver on the set objectives of the service.
This program, called the Gender Equality Seal for Public Institutions. And so what's being implemented here is a specialized version of that seal, which is targeting institutions that play a key role in public finance in any given country. And of course, the National Tax Administration is one of those key institutions.
Did you know that VAT is an indirect tax applied on the consumption of goods and services unless exempted? Did you know that the penalty for charging VAT when not registered can be up to 100% of the VAT on the invoice?
VAT is a value-added tax, which is usually paid on some items that value has been added on, but there are some of these value that have been exempted from VAT. Some elementary items like foodstuff, medicine, and baby stuff. These goods are actually exempted from VAT. So, and I think this VAT is usually paid at the consumption. The consumer usually be the end payer of this VAT, VAT value-added tax. Okay, I think currently the percentage of VAT is 7.5%, but the tax proposed that it will be increased to 10% in the next 2026, I guess. and to 2030 it will be increased to 15%.
What I stand on by VAT is when you have a business, when you are doing a business, that's one that belongs to government, so that government will get their own and your business will be moving. VAT is something that you do. You make a business of 100,000, then government should know what you give them from that 100,000, not taking half of the business you're making. Because that man, the business is to grow, not to come down. So by government to take more than 50 or 100% from that VAT, the business will die. So it's a business to progress. It's not a business to go down. So government should look into this so that everyone make a business to gain. That's all I know about VAT.
VAT is value added tax. Yes, I do. I'm a good citizen of Nigeria. I do pay my tax. Anybody that buy things from supermarkets, clothing, a lot of things we pay tax through. The percentage is 7.5.
Value added taxation. Value added taxes. Absolutely, yes. I pay tax on every product I buy from the market or from the stores. I pay the VAT, and it is deducted. It is added to the value of whatever I buy from the stores. It's 10%. I think it's 10%.
Value-added tax, as popularly known VAT, is a tax paid when goods are purchased or services rendered. This tax is governed by the Value-Added Tax Act of 2004 as amended. Please note that the rate charged for VAT is 7.5%. All VAT agents are expected to file on or before 21st of the following month. For more information on VAT, please visit www.firs.gov.ng.
I'm sure we are more informed by listening to that educative segment. Thank you.
Welcome to What's on the Net. I am Amina Adiola Abbas. On Instagram at official_FMO says, please address the OTP issue with the Tax Pro Max. It's impossible for business owners to open or continue operating their business account because of Tax Pro Max linking. Why is it so difficult? Official_FMO. To receive OTP, the email registered on the CAC portal must be a valid and active email address. Additionally, it must match the email input on Tax Pro Max for the OTP to be sent successfully. On X, at Adejimi_Felix says, thank you, FIRS, for appreciating the sacrifices of men to make the society a better place. Many of those sacrifices are hidden and unknown to others, and they go unappreciated. Thank you once again for your initiative and thoughtfulness. Thank you at Felix Adejimi, MBA. At FIRS, we are committed to serving you and to simplifying your tax remittance experience.
And that's a wrap on today's episode. Remember to follow us on our social media handles. Join us same time, same station for another interesting package. FIRS, simplifying tax, maximizing revenue.